Hello and welcome to another episode of the WonkyCast. This week's show is another of the interviews that we recorded at this year's MCM Expo. This time round we caught up with Renée Felice Smith and Barrett Foa from NCIS LA and Emily Wickersham from NCIS proper. We chatted with them about what they think makes the show such a success, what they've enjoyed so far and what they've got to look forward to coming in future series. As a quick note, we also have a new YouTube channel where we've been showing brief excerpts of the videos from these interviews we've been doing, so keep an eye out on there for some videos. Keep coming back and checking the website over the next couple of months as we'll be having more interviews going out. But in the meanwhile, here's the interview with the cast of NCIS.
Big fucking gun!
Kicking off with an easy one to start with, how does it feel to be at the London MCM Comic Con? You've been enjoying yourself so far?
Yes, I've never been. It's my first time. These guys have been before, so I'm super excited.
Yeah, we're having a blast.
Great. Yeah, we love to mingle with the UK peeps.
And just to meet the fans in general, at all. You know, we're stuck inside the TV box, so it's nice to actually have connection with people.
Yeah,
and hear their passion about the show and what they love about it, and we can tell them why we appreciate and love them. And it's a great little dialogue.
Yeah, especially here, the fans are so enthusiatic, which is cool to see.
And also just to meet people from different countries.
All
I mean,
over.
not just not
Who
just
watch the shows.
the UK. German fans and the like.
Yeah.
What do you think it is about the show that's made it such a long-running success, both the original and all the offshoots?
Well,
Are you
NCIS.
deferring to me?
Yeah.
Well,
NCIS.
as the newbie on NCIS, and for their show, and any show really, I think a huge part of the success comes down to like the chemistry of the cast, and I think our show has that, and their show definitely has that, and I think people pick up on that and love it and get invested in the characters, and it's reach.
I think it's also the sense of humor. It's a crime procedural, but unlike some of the other more serious kind of violent shows, we incorporate a lot of comedy, and we do the work, but it is a bit lighthearted because these are real human beings who have to deal with really difficult circumstances. So they have to kind of crack jokes to get through their day. That's what human beings would do. So it's kind of nice that the show incorporates that comedy.
And the fact that we're dealing with terrorism and murders and things like that, and we're solving these crimes. It's drama, but it's also like a workplace comedy.
Yeah.
Like you kind of get the best of both worlds. And then also, the creators just know how to peel back the onion so well, where, we're solving the case every week, but then it's like, well, if you tune in, like maybe you'll get to see what happens between Eric and Nell this week, and maybe you'll get a little
glimpse of their lives outside of work. So I think that tease, kind of keeps us engaged as viewers.
The two shows have a very different style. In NCIS, the original, a lot of people get arrested, whereas in LA, no one ever seems to get arrested, they just get shot. Very much more.
Good observation. Great observation.
Yeah. Well, what do you think of the differences between the two?
It's interesting.
It's interesting. LA and DC are two very different places, so that might have a little to do with it.
Yeah.
The crimes that are going on.
For sure. I'm not really sure what to attribute that stylistic difference to. What would you say, Barrett?
Wow. Well, no, I think the towns actually, really have a lot to do with the styles of each show. Like
DC is substance, LA is flash.
There we go. I like it.
Maybe that's what
Sure.
it's about. Maybe it's just cut and dry. I don't know.
But it's even like the lighting, and even the fact that we have, the lighting is all like kind of that sunshiny amber, and our headquarters looks like a like a hacienda, and wow.
Did you guys practice that?
We have worked there for 6 years.
Yes,
so.
we're employees at the hacienda.
Yeah. But on that,
Taquitos.
I don't know what you're gonna do.
That was me serving some Mexican food.
Okay.
Yummy.
But like even just the fact that we get to be on Venice Boulevard with all like the craziness that's Venice and have the actual ocean there. There's
an energy about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's obviously a very visual difference between the two places and shows, and maybe it has to do with they're in the nation's capital. Maybe things are a little more buttoned up there. Maybe I'm not really sure.
Yeah, it's a very good question.
It's a great question.
Yeah.
We should ask the
We
creators.
should.
We are not
Gonna have a little discussion with
That's
them.
right. We're gonna have a serious discussion.
Emily, can I ask, did you manage to draw much from the iconic actors such as Robert Wagner and David McCallum? I've seen that they've been in the business so incredibly long.
Yeah, of course. They're both, when I first came onto the show, of course, David has always been like so wonderful to me, and I look up to him, and in every scene I'm kind of like watching what he's doing. And having RJ, Robert Wagner, on the show is the same. It's such a joy. It's so cool to see someone who's been in the business for so long. They're like such studs at what they do, and it's cool to get a chance to learn so much from people who've been in it for so long.
Yeah.
So Nell's character, obviously, this season has gone through a few more action sequences, has had having to deal with it. I don't want to spoil it in case anyone hasn't watched it yet.
Yeah.
How did you feel about the sort of slight change in direction of the character, and will we see more of that in next season?
I think so. When I joined the show, Shane Brennan basically said Nell is kind of this junior agent, and we're going to see her grow over the series, and she will eventually, be in the field. And I think we're seeing more of that now. I think we saw it a lot in season 5. Quite possibly because Daniela was having a baby. Daniela was pregnant, so I did get the chance to go out into the field, and exercise Nell's field muscles. But I enjoy it. I think it's fun. Obviously, we are upstairs, so it's kind of fun to have a change up in our routine and schedule. One of my favorite episodes was Hetty going undercover as Hetty, kind of as a Hetty decoy, and we shot at this gorgeous house in this gated community in LA. It was ridiculous. It was actually a big director's house. I think the guy who directed Spider-Man.
Oh.
I don't know his name.
Sam Raimi.
Sam Raimi? Oh, it might have been his house. I don't know. It could have been him. But anyway, so yeah, it's been great. I've really enjoyed that.
And do you think Nell's got a soft spot for Nate?
For Nate?
Oh, Nate.
That has yet to be determined.
Yeah. Does she? What's going on there?
Yeah, we never really. That was never sussed out. We never really.
I don't know. I think the height difference is too big. I don't think it'll ever work.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Little Nell, did you see that hug? That was pretty. We were all laughing on set when I had to give him that big welcome home hug. I think one of the first hugs I ever gave him, my nose was literally like in his stomach. It was pretty ridiculous. But fun.
Peter was there this season, right?
Peter came back for he was there for Nell's big psychological kind of conundrum after she had her first kill.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Yeah, but we love working with Peter.
Yeah,
Gambler.
he's awesome.
We love when he comes back to play.
So this season for all the shows, NCIS was the only one that ended on a cliffhanger. Anything you can tell us about next season for both shows?
Yes, we ended on a very big cliffhanger. To be honest, we don't really get our scripts, and I'm sure the same is with you guys, like 3 days before shooting, so I know nothing. I have complete trust in the producers and writers that they'll come up with something pretty cool to start the season off with.
Yeah, same. We really don't have any advanced knowledge of what's coming down the pipe, but
kind of like that.
Yeah, it
Fun.
kind of keeps you in
Yeah.
the moment a little bit.
Yeah.
We ended kind of mostly on Callan's father, or is it Callan's father? I don't know. But that was
spin of a coin.
with like the
That is literally what happened.
the cappuccino machine, and it was there's some cool things that I think are going to be revealed about like our main guy who
Yeah.
really like has been searching for some answers to his family. And
It's nice that we circled back to his story, because I think for a while we were kind of Sam, Kenzie Deeks, Land, so it's kind of nice to come back to Chris's character. And I've always obviously been very interested to know. I mean, that's the question of the series, right? Like, who is G. Callan? Where does he come from? And
another really fun thing is that we actually have shot 2 episodes for season 7.
That's right.
So everyone survives. There's no one
Spoiler for you.
the gang's all there.
dies over the summer.
Yep.
So I guess I could edit around us. Who knows?
Uh-oh.
Be on your best behavior, Renee. We did have. We can talk about that, right? The crossover.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did it.
Oh, yeah.
We had a crossover episode with one Mr. Michael Weatherly.
Yes.
So
was-
he's
that was great.
appearing on our
Really
show
good.
next season, and it was so much fun to have
Yeah.
him, just to hear all the stories of 12 years of this show, and we heard all about Emily and how difficult she is to work with, and he had amazing things to say about everyone, and
He's just so
he's
funny.
great, and he's such
the
a great
best.
storyteller.
He's just
He is.
always, telling a story, engaging with someone, listening. He really listens.
What?
Directly in the nose, this guy. But yeah, I really enjoyed having him around, and
He was super excited to be there with you guys.
We could tell. It felt really nice.
Yeah.
yeah, it felt genuine.
Where do you see your characters going next season? If you could take them anywhere.
Ooh, okay. That's a little bit of a different story. I would like to see Nell have even more involvement in kind of, Hetty's world, because it feels that Nell is kind of like in the finale episode, she was kind of running the op, kind of taking charge, telling everyone, okay, now you're in this room, they're in this hotel room, go here. She was kind of ushering them through it. So it'll be interesting to see, sort of like more one-on-one behavior with Hetty. Is Hetty coaching her on the side? That's kind of always been, what does she really know? Hetty kind of tells her about these secret hiding spots within NCIS LA, and she's kind of done a few secret missions for Hetty. So it'd be interesting. I'm interested to see, where that goes as far as Nell and her role as a leader, or in a leadership role on the show.
I would love some more undercover stuff for Eric. I think he's had some fun with that. I think he can be I think it's a good comic relief thing for the show when we were security guards or when we were TSA agents. That was so fun, and I think so successful. And I wish we had some more of that.
Yeah.
It's fun to see Eric's kind of home life and some of his he's a gamer, and
We saw his apartment this year. That was really
his
cool.
apartment. He definitely belongs at this Comic Con.
Yes.
Eric Beale is a Comic Con
Eric is
attendee.
online
He's
outside
online
in
getting all
costume. He's got his costume on.
getting all the cosplay
Signatures, yes.
autographs.
Should be out recording cameos.
Yeah.
Right. He's probably getting our autographs.
Yeah.
That's so meta.
I was just thinking, how come there hasn't been a Comic-Con themed NCIS LA?
Ooh.
Or NCIS. Right? I don't know. I feel like that's a
like it.
natural setting for...
We'd have to have 130,000 extras. I think we can do it. But come on, if he said, who wants to be in an episode of NCIS? People would be like, okay, I'm there.
And they
right?
get to wear their costumes?
Yeah,
Come on. That's win-win.
Barrett, does it feel weird wearing long trousers?
warm at last.
No.
No, you know, I wear shorts on the show exclusively.
You
It's,
used to wear flip-flops,
You did?
yeah, flip flops and short.
Exclusively.
Missing an L.
Exclusively.
Exclusively. It was kind of, well, you wanted to make an excuse about what was happening with the feet.
It was just it's really cold. We could be really cold on set to kind of keep things moving, and flip flops and shorts after a while were difficult. So
Chilly.
it was a little chilly. So I was like, can we just get just some sneakers? Is that all
Yeah.
right? So I got some. Now I have some Vans.
Yeah.
Feel a little more comfortable. But you know, my poor little legs.
Usually Barrett rehearses in his Eric top and his Barrett bottoms.
Yeah.
So everyone's always like, Barrett, Eric,
Are you?
what are we looking at?
Are you?
Like, are you in costume yet? We don't know.
I'm like, I'm wearing pants. If you know if I'm
No.
wearing pants, you always know
It's
Barrett
me.
bottoms.
Exactly.
Barrett bottoms.
But no, it feels good.
all
Thank you
those.
for asking. Thank you for the opportunity to wear long pants. I appreciate it at any and all times.
Guys, I wanted to ask, if you had the chance, who would you like to see join the series? Like any other talent, any actor or actress? Like,
Ooh.
This is
Yeah.
such a difficult question.
And maybe this could be the petition to bring them on board.
Here we go.
Like it.
Oh, I have
You have
one.
someone.
You do?
Yeah. I kind of think Ed Norton could be a wonderful addition to
Yeah.
NCIS.
Could I also ask why you would choose that person as well?
Because I have a personal crush on him. And I think it'd be kind of fun to have him around.
Totally.
And he's a really good actor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He brings
Birdman.
both
God.
sides of it. He can
Yeah.
be really dramatic, but also have a sense of humor.
Yeah.
Yes, he does have both of those. That's
He
what I
would
would
be a
say.
good- He's an NCIS candidate. No, just that quirk that he
Yeah.
Yeah.
has.
This is a tough one.
This is a tough one.
Where do you go? What are you going with?
Where am I going? I'm going maybe on the Birdman tip, maybe a Michael Keaton.
Ooh.
Kind of like one of person from Hetty's past or something.
Uh-huh.
Kind of like some rogue dude.
Lover.
A rogue lover.
Who was Hetty married to? Oh, well, if you haven't seen the finale, we learned that Hetty was married at one time in her life. So we are all kind of wondering who was it? Was it Granger
Was it Granger?
And they were married in Russia as well.
That's
in
right.
Russia? Exactly. So we don't know who that is, but
Oh, we're loving the spoilers now.
Right?
but yeah, I don't know.
do you
For
think?
me, who would I choose? Probably. I
Tough one,
love.
isn't it?
It's a tough one, but I'm a big fan of the female comedians of yesteryear. Carol Burnett, Lily Tomlin, those types of ladies. So I would probably. I think Carol Burnett actually could be like maybe, Nell's grandma or something. Redhead, I don't know, quirky, would be fun. So that's my choice.
I like the Lily Tomlin idea.
Lily Tomlin.
Been watching Grace and Frankie.
Oh yes, I want to see
Yeah.
it. I haven't seen
Yeah,
it.
you're gonna love that.
But she's also, Lily Tomlin's great, and she plays the undercover. And oh gosh, it's failing me now.
I don't know it.
Dustin Hoffman, help me out. Dustin Hoffman, Lily Tomlin, Jason Schwartzman. What movie am I thinking of? You can do this. They're like they're Mark Wahlberg. Oh come on, it's
Oh my
happening.
God,
I
what
have
is
no
this?
idea.
Naomi Watts.
I love this cast.
You know this movie.
I Heart Huckabee.
Yes.
There we
Ding
go.
ding ding. Yes, but she plays like that kind of sleuth, that
Yeah.
like crime-solving sleuth, and so she would be so much
Be
fun
fun, yeah.
as a crime solver on NCIS LA. Lily, please come to the show. We need you.
Wasn't Lily Tomlin McGee's grandmother?
That's a good. Is Lily Tomlin McGee's? I should probably know that.
So
We should call Sean
She
up right
could
now.
Easily cross
Come
over.
on.
Yeah, come on.
We should
Are
do
you
more
guys looking
crossovers.
forward to, now that it's become a thing that franchises all have to cross over multiple times a season? Arrow Flash. Are you guys looking forward to that? Because it's going to happen.
Yeah, well, we did that with Hawaii Five-0.
Yeah.
They came over to us and we came over to them, and
Yeah.
now we've done that with NCIS.
Within the franchise, it'd be nice if it would happen
It'd
more
be great.
often.
Yeah.
I think it makes sense.
Have you guys done New Orleans crossover?
No. I mean, it makes sense, I think, for everyone to grow together and, like, the worlds to be intertwined, because they would be if they're this, organization
Right.
that's just kind of has these bases in different
Yeah.
cities. So there would be crossover.
We had a little Rocky Carroll
Yeah.
up front, and then he was gone for a while. But then he came back
Yeah.
for 1 or 2 episodes. Was it this season or the season before? And of course, Polly early on. But now Michael in season 7, Michael Weatherly. That's going to be great. We're really looking forward to it. So I think it's opened like a new path up. I think.
We need to get Bishop.
I want to make my way over.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
for sure.
Come on.
Thanks, guys. Okay,
Yeah,
is that
you're
an
totally
invite?
invited. You're
Thanks.
totally invited.
If
It's
it's up
totally
to us,
it's totally our say.
You
So yes, you're
Awesome.
You
invited.
can come, hang out whenever you want.
I'm there.
Okay. Done.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks so much.
So much fun. Thanks.
Thank you.
Big fucking gun!